Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's discussion on the topic Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985. This act used to consolidate, amend the law relating to narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances to make provisions for stringent control over regulations of all operations, forfeiture of property derived from or used in illicit traffic in this area, and to implement provisions of international conventions on narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. Natural drugs like coca, opium, and hemp, though drugs of therapeutic value, have a drawback of habit forming and psychological dependence. The excess use of these may cause hallucinations, physical and mental injury, producing moral weakness and lack of self respect. Due to all these degenerative effects, the government of all countries decided to restrict their use strictly for medicinal purpose only. The background of this act is that initially the cultivation of opium or poppy was brought under control in India in 1857. It was supplemented by the Opium Act 1878. With the confirmation of Geneva Convention, the Dangerous Drug Act 1930 was passed by the Indian legislature. With reference to the Opium Act, the penalties charged in India was very low as compared to other countries. So, in order to make uniform and stringent standards of control with increased penalties, exemplary punishment was provided for most offences. To curb the same, this Act of Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985 was passed. This act repealed the other two Opium Acts 1857, 1878 and the Dangerous Drug Act 1930. That means these two acts are no longer applicable or effective after this Narcotic Drug and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985 came into effect. So let us see the definitions, common definitions that are being used in discussion while discussing this act. One is an addict, a person addicted to any narcotic drug or psychotropic substances. Cannabis hemp means there are two descriptions, which is charas and ganja. Charas is nothing but it's a separated resin in whatever form, whether crude or purified, obtained from cannabis plant, and also includes concentrated preparation and resin known as hashish oil or hashish liquid. Ganja is nothing but the flowering and fruiting tops of cannabis plant, which does not include seeds and leaves. Okay, so by whatever name they may be known or designated as above, and any other mixture with or without any neutralizing agent, that is, any other excipient added to above materials, or any drink prepared therefrom. So these all are comes under the purview under this of this act. Cannabis hemp, and cannabis plant is a plant of genus Cannabis. Coca derivative means crude cocaine or econine, and or any extract from cocaine, any preparations containing more than 0.1% cocaine. So crude cocaine is any extract of coca leaves that can be used directly or indirectly for the manufacture of cocaine. Econine and all the other derivatives of econine from which it can be recovered. Cocaine is that is methyl ester of benzyl econine and its salt, and all the preparations containing more than 0.1% of cocaine is all these comes under coca derivative. Coca leaf means the leaf of the coca plant, except from which all econine and alkaloids and cocaine have not been removed, and any mixture thereof with or without any neutral material containing more than 0.1% cocaine. And coca plant belongs to plant of any species of genus Phrythoxylon. As per this act, the controlled substance means any substance which the central government by notification in official gazette declared to be controlled substance, and having regard to information available as per the international convention or to possible use, manufacture of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. Illicit traffic means in relation to the Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act means cultivating any coca plant or gathering any portion of coca plant, cultivating the opium poppy or any cannabis plant, engaging in production, manufacture, sale, purchase, transportation, warehousing, concealment, use or consumption, import interstate, import into India or export from India of narcotic drugs, handling or letting out premise for carrying out any of the above activities, financing directly or indirectly to any of the aforementioned activities, abetting or conspiring to the furtherance of any of the aforementioned activities, harboring of the person engaged in any of the aforementioned activities. These are all illicit trafficking with respect to the Act. Manufacture in this regard uh, include all processes by which such substances may be produced, refined, or transformed, or preparation with or containing such drug substances. Manufactured drug means all coca derivatives, medicinal cannabis, opium derivatives, and poppy straw concentrate. Any other narcotic substance which, as per international convention or by notification in the official gazette, declare not to be manufactured. Medicinal cannabis is any extract or tincture of cannabis. Narcotic drug means coca leaf, cannabis, hemp, opium, poppy, straw, and includes all manufactured drugs. Opium means coagulated juice of opium poppy, any mixture of coagulated juice containing more than 0.2% of morphine. Opium derivatives mean medicinal opium, prepared opium, phenanthrene alkaloids, diacetyl morphine, all preparations containing more than 0.2% of morphine. Opium poppy means plants of species Papaver somniferum L and plant of any other species of Papaver from which opium or phenanthrene alkaloid can be extracted. Poppy straw is all parts of opium after harvesting. Poppy straw concentrate is poppy straw is being used for preparing concentrate for extraction of alkaloids. Psychotropic substance mean any substance, natural or synthetic, included in the list of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances specified in this schedule. Now, how this act is administered. The administration of this act is done, there is a consultative committee or an advisory committee which is constituted by the central government. The central government may, by notification in official gazette, constitute an advisory committee to advise the central government on matters relating to administration of this act. The committee shall consist of a chairman and such other members not exceeding 20 as appointed by the central government. The term of office, manner of filling vacancies in offices and allowances, if any, payable to the chairman and its members, and restrictions for appointment of any subcommittees or anyone who is not a member shall be prescribed by rules made by the central government. The executive committee or the executive narcotic commissioner is the central government shall appoint a narcotics commissioner and may appoint such other officers as it thinks fit for the purpose of this act. The state government may appoint such officers with such designations as it thinks for the purpose of administration of this act. Now, prohibitions as per this act, the following are prohibited. That is, no person shall cultivate any coca plant or gather any part of the plant. No person shall cultivate the opium poppy or any cannabis plant or produce, manufacture, possess, sell, purchase, transport, warehouse, use, consume, import interstate, export interstate, import into India or export from India, any narcotic drug or psychotropic substances except for medical and scientific purposes. and in a case where such provisions imposes any requirement by the way of license, permit, authorization. So, except in case of license or permit or authorization, production, manufacture, possession, sale, purchase, transport, warehousing, consumption, interstate, export, interstate, import into India, export from India, any of these narcotic drug or psychotropic substances, except for medical and scientific purpose, there is a requirement that imposes all such activities needs to be done only by the way of license or a permit or authorization. Now, no persons shall convert or transfer any property, conceal or disguise the source or location of any property, knowingly acquire, possess, or use any property which was derived from an offence that was committed under this Act. Now, how does the central government exercise its power to control and administer this Act so as to regulate, permit, control, and issue licenses? There are different ways and through which a central government may exercise all these activities. The central government may by rules permit and regulate cultivation or gathering of any portion of coca plant or the production, sale, possession, purchase, transport, import interstate, export interstate, use or consumption of coca leaves, the cultivation of opium poppy, the production and manufacture of opium and production of poppy straw, sale of opium and opium derivatives from the central government factories for export from India or sale to state government or to manufacturing chemists, import into India or export from India and transshipment of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, empower the central government to fix from time to time the limits within which licenses may be given for cultivation of the opium poppy, require that all the opium, the produce, shall be delivered by the cultivators to officers authorized in this behalf by the central government. Now, there are other permit and control and regulate provisions also as per the central government. They prescribe the forms and conditions of licenses for cultivation of opium poppy and for production and manufacture of opium. They prescribe that the opium shall be weighed, examined, and classified according to its quality by officers authorized on this behalf and in presence of the cultivator. In case of opium, it is the district opium officer. Empower the central government from time to time to fix the price to be paid to the cultivators. Require that if the produce found to be adulterated may be confiscated by officers authorized on this behalf. Prescribe the ports and other places at which any such kind of narcotic drug or psychotropic substances may be imported into India or shipped from India. Now, similar way as the central government can exercise its power through various permits, control and regulate the law, the state government also is authorized to issue permits and they are given the duty of controlling and regulating the sale, import, export of all these narcotic drug and psychotropic substances. The state government may by rules permit and regulate the possession, transports, import, interstate, export, interstate, warehousing, sale, purchase, consumption, and use of opium straw or opium, cultivation of any cannabis plant, production, manufacture, possession, transport, import interstate, export interstate, sale, purchase, consumption, or use of cannabis. The state government may also regulate the manufacture of medicinal opium or any other preparation containing manufactured drugs from many materials. The manufacture, possession, and prepared opium from opium lawfully possessed by an addict registered with the state government on medical advice or his personal consumption. The state government may empower, as per the provisions of this Act, the state government is empowered to declare any place to be a warehouse where it shall be the duty of owners to deposit all such poppy straw as is legally imported interstate and is extended for export interstate or export outside India to ensure safe custody, removal, and levy of fees during the period of warehousing. The state government provide the limits under which such licenses may be given for cultivation of cannabis plant. The state government requires that the produce of the land for cannabis sativa to be delivered to the office of the state government. The Act empowers the state government to fix from time to time the price to be paid to the cultivators for cannabis delivered. The state government may prescribe the forms and conditions of licenses or permits for the purposes specified above. So now there are special provisions apart from all these permits that can be granted by the central government and the state government through the officers appointed for this purpose. The central government has appointed the district opium officer under whose supervision the cultivation of opium takes, and he is the authorizing authority for providing licenses for cultivation of opium poppy. For cultivation of cannabis hemp, the issuing authority is the state government, and for issuance of manufacture sale of any medicinal narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, it is the issuing authority is the narcotic commissioner. So apart from all these provisions for issuing permits or licenses or permissions for cultivation, there are certain special provisions also as per this NDPS Act 1985. Let us study all of them. So special provisions regarding cultivation of opium. The opium can be cultivated only on behalf of central government under a license. The license for opium cultivation is granted by district opium officer. The license specifies the areas and plots to be cultivated. The license may be withheld or cancelled by any high rank officer if the officer finds that it is not as per the details that has been disclosed in the form to obtain the license. The district opium officer appoints a cultivator such as Lambardar to oversee all these functions for him. This was regarding the cultivation of opium, which is strictly under the control of the central government, and the issuance of license for cultivation is done by the district opium officer. Now let's see regarding the production of opium. What are the special provisions? All the product is delivered to district opium officer, who then weighs, examines and classifies the product, checks for its purity or sent to the chemist to check for its purity. All the collected opium is sent to government opium factory. Now there are just two government opium factory where the production of opium is done in India. And the central government may by time to time fix the price of opium which is to be paid to the cultivator. Now only central government can manufacture opium at government opium factory which is at Ghazipur and Memoch. These are the two factories. And the sale of opium to state government or to any manufacturing chemist for further formulation can be only made by these factories, these two factories, that is the where the production happens at government factory at Ghazipur and Memoch. And the opium can be exported only on behalf of central government. So most of the activities, or rather all the activities related to opium, is under the control of the central government. Regarding the manufacture of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, it is the manufacture of crude cocaine, aconine and its salts, and diacetyl morphine and its salts is prohibited. Cocaine hydrochloride can be manufactured by chemical staff of government from confiscated cocaine. This is an allowance that is given to the government chemical staff. Morphine, thebaine, codeine and any other alkaloids of opium can be manufactured by government opium factory. Medicinal hemp can be manufactured under the conditions of license issued by narcotic commissioner. So this we already studied, that medicinal hemp, the license is issued by the state government. Otherwise also for medicinal hemp, the license can also be issued by the narcotic commissioner. Psychotropic substances can be made in accordance with a license under the Drugs and Cosmetics Act. So it is medicinal hemp needs licensing from the Narcotic Commissioner, but psychotropic substances can be made by applying for license under the DNC Act, the form that has been mentioned for Schedule X drugs. Now, the special provisions with regard to import, export, transshipment of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances are as under. The import, export, transshipment of cannabis, coca leaf, and heroin are prohibited. Only garment factory can import opium, concentrate of opium or poppy straw, morphine, codeine, thebaine, and their salts. Export of opium is made only on behalf of the central government. Export of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, those that are listed in Schedule 2, is made under license. Export of opium is made only on behalf of the central government. Export of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances listed under Schedule 2 made only under license. And the consignment of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances listed in the Schedule 2 can be transshipped to any port with the permission of customs collector only. Now, the central government or the state government have, through their officers, have the power to enter, search, or seize or confiscate any of the items which is regarded as an offence in as per the purview of this act, and also make arrests in this regard with respect to all the three, that is opium poppy, coca plant, and cannabis plant. A metropolitan magistrate or a magistrate of first class is especially empowered by the state government in this behalf, and he may issue the warrant for arrest of any person whom he has reason to believe that he has committed an offence and is liable for guilty for punishment under this act. Now, any officer of Central Excise, Narcotics Customs, Revenue Intelligence, or any other department of central government or of the Border Security Force, as is empowered by the central government or state government, enter into or search any place, seize such drug substances, or take down any information in writing in this regard with respect to entry and search. So upon this all entry, search, and if the offences have been proved, the penalties are very high. So this is the most severe punishment is granted in case an offence has committed with respect to any of the provisions of this act, with respect to grant of license or permits or cultivation, manufacture, production, or any other warehousing. Any offence has been committed with respect to any of the provisions of this act, for that matter, even for personal consumption or medicinal use also, any offence has been committed, they are liable for punishment. These are the punishments: contravention of provisions in respect of poppy straw, opium poppy, coca plant, coca leaves, prepared opium, manufactured drug, psychotropic substances, illegal import or export of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, or allowing the premise or the vehicle for the commission of such offence, or misappropriation of opium by licensed cultivators, contravention in terms of cannabis. All these, whether if there is an offence, then it is subject to a penalty of 10 to 25 years of imprisonment if proven guilty, and a fine of rupees 1 to 2 lakhs in case of first conviction, and 15 to 30 years of imprisonment and fine up to rupees 1.5 to 3 lakhs in case of subsequent conviction. This is a very stringent punishment. Second is contravention with respect to cannabis and ganja. It's 5 years imprisonment up to 50,000 fine in the case of first conviction. In the case of subsequent conviction, it is 10 years imprisonment and up to 1 lakh fine. If in any manufacturing premise there is failure to keep an account, for that matter, not only that, cultivation or produce, manufacture, production, sale, warehousing, anywhere if there is any failure to keep an account, false statement, failure to produce license, indulge in breach of any provisions of this act, they are liable for 5 years of imprisonment or fine or both, or 10 years of imprisonment or fine or both. In case of illegal possession for personal consumption of cocaine, morphine, or any other narcotic or psychotropic substances, it is 1 year imprisonment or fine or both. In case of illegal possession for personal consumption other than those specified above, that is, that those categories which have not been specified above, it is 6 months imprisonment or fine or both. So these are the heavy penalties that is levied in case an offense has been committed and proven. So now that brings us to the end of the discussion on this particular topic. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.